I've got a lot of strawberries almost coming up. My nasturtiums are still having a little bit yellow issues. My peas are growing nice and happy. I'm having to work a little harder to train them. Again, there's my soon to be coming strawberries. And my bachelor's buttons, if it'll focus where I want, come on, are gonna get ahead soon. Excuse me. I've got fennel that's working, doing a little bit. I've got a couple more right there, little seedlings. Something's still been eating my cabbage, and I kind of think that's bird poop right now. Anyway, there's my kale. This bed's gonna get covered in white stuff because this tree makes these little, we call it the popcorn tree. My beet greens are still trying to bolt, and it smells so good today. My little strawberries working on blooming. Here's my squash. I'm gonna have to look because I can't remember if that's zucchini or my curry. I want to say that's a zucchini squash I bought from the store. Got more fennel over there and some borage, and then bachelor button trying to go. This thing's all done blooming, dropping, and it doesn't look very pretty now. This one I know is my curry squash. Same thing kind of going on in this bed. Strawberries all trying to do their thing. Starting to get some buds. I forgot to show, I forgot if this was an iris or a lily, but the one I transplanted is doing great. So back over here, had to change my batteries. I've got some flowers that I started from seed, which are doing well and blooming. I'm letting some things go to seed. A lot of this arugula I let go to seed, so there's at least little flowers. Again, something's eating my cabbage. I haven't seen, I've been using neem oil, and I've been checking almost every day on the underside of the leaves, and I just saw a slug. So I'm going to pull him off and throw him on the ground and smoosh him. Ugh, yuck, I hate slugs. They're just disgusting. And apparently they do make little teeny holes. This is actually probably a very good day to come out and look for the pests because it's raining. On these I had seen a whole bunch of little teeny weeny, teeny tiny itsy bitsy caterpillars that I couldn't even see. I just almost ate them. Well, I mean, I harvested and then I washed it, so luckily I washed my produce. I've got a little bit of calendula coming up. Hi, little calendula. And then I need to do some weeding. I've got, of course, weeds are coming in even though they're brand new beds. Okay, gotta be faster here. I've got a lot of my rainbow chard is doing great. Something has been digging in it and trying to kind of like completely like ate half of this, or at least ripped it off. It didn't even eat it, it just like ripped it. The slugs love eating my I can't believe I just forgot what kind of flowers those are, but they love eating it. Again, I've got more strawberries just getting ready to turn. Oh, I'm excited. I've got more fennel over there. I've got more borage. I see a little flower in the middle. Green beans are just kind of sitting there hanging out. My nasturtium. And I had to thin these out because I had more than one. And I got more little strawberries. Again, I've got different kinds. And I've got spit bugs. I don't really know if they do damage, but I saw one the other day. They're kind of weird. They're kind of weird looking. Ooh, I'm gonna get my lavender soon. I've got little guys coming up there. My cucumbers are not dead, but they're not thriving. I just the other day put more blood meal around, and I kind of worked it into the soil, hoping that would at least help the foliage, and if they had better foliage, then things would grow better. Anytime I see leaves First of all, anything dead I pull out, but when I start seeing leaves that get this kind of brownish color, I've been breaking those off because I think it might be brown spot, but I'm not positive. Hasn't seemed to stunt any of the growth. In fact, they look kind of healthy and happy, so at least it's not seeming to do too much damage. There's my yellow pepper. It's not looking much different to me. The beets over here are doing really well. I'm still getting that weird colors on this kale. I don't know how well you can really see, but it's the yellowing. Again, I think over there, I think those are my fennel seeds that are coming up. More fennel. Onions and stuff over there. Smells really good out here. Oh, and this borage, wow, it's just taken off. That's a huge difference from just a couple days ago. That's pretty amazing. They're actually quite pokey, but they're great for the bees. I've got a little bit more fennel over there. And my bachelor's buttons are about to bloom right here. The little peppers, supposed yellow pepper I saved from store-bought, is doing well. The one in the backyard was completely demolished by slugs. Lost my spot. There's my basil I started from seed, my sweet basil. And here's my zucchini I started outdoor from seeds. The bigger one I just gave to a friend because one of them had to go. And I thought I would just see with the one I started from seed how different that was. I transplanted a fennel over there because I had to thin them out. My dianthus is doing really well and smelling very fragrant. Here's one of my bachelor buttons that is blooming. I've got my azaleas over there and some volunteer poppies. This is gonna bloom soon. It has beautiful flowers when it does. My jalapeno pepper. My radishes, they are getting some of the nastiest bugs. I'll show hopefully a video clip from my cell phone if I can find out how to do that. They're getting these weird little white worms that are like in the center or even just under the skin. Yeah, or these like little teeny flea, I'm not sure if they're flea beetles, but they look like miniature slugs versus roly-polies. I've got a little bit of broccoli in the middle. One of them I had to harvest very small because it had bolted already. Again, my carrots are everywhere. My bull's blood beets. This was my purple tomato. And again, I'm gonna do some of this. I just I totally forgot the word I want to say. Anything they call it that comes out of the crotch, which is the joint or the armpit. You pull off. It's a sucker, and I just pulled off all the flowers because I want it to become a stronger plant before it tries to focus on fruit bearing. Here's some cauliflower I bought at the store. My goji berry over there, doing great. More broccoli. Come on, stay in focus. You can do this. It's not that hard. Borage. My salad, I've had so much salad, it's great. I actually got to give some away. I see this, my Brandywine is trying to put out flowers, so I'm going to pinch him back too. Makes me so sad to have to do that, but I really want to encourage the growth, and I want to keep the bottom pretty clear. So again, anything that's in the crotches, I'm just kind of pinching them off while they're smaller. That way there's less temptation anyway, and it'll encourage it to grow upward. Here's my Sweet Williams, which are doing nothing. More carrots in the middle of nowhere. My romaine over there is looking beautiful. Just lovely, I love it. Yeah. There's some, again, I just transplanted these cauliflower. They were looking kind of sad, so we'll see how they do. I've got more cauliflower right there. Here's some borage. Those two collard greens are, they're hanging in there, but not doing a whole lot. There's my slug bait. You can see where I've done the cut and come again method. If that shows you how much I left and how I need to really make sure I keep using these. A lot of my radishes are looking kind of big, but they're just are not getting very big is what I meant to say. But they're getting eaten by something and they split. Boy, this is not focusing. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's really disappointing. My cabbage, some of them keep getting eaten by stuff and some of them don't. They also, on some of my leaves, have these weird, like, underground, like, not underground, it's under the surface of the leaves. Over there I've got butterhead lettuce. Here's my basil. I started from seed. This is that French sounding spinach leaf that has a really tasty leaf that looks a lot like beet leaves, but they're not. Oh, please focus. They're really tasty. This was the broccoli that you can still see a little bit on this side bolted too. So I just cut it back hoping the side shoots would develop. Here's my other curry squash. It's, you know, hanging in there, not seeing much difference, but it's, you know, not dead. Nasturtiums, those are all weeds. And my green beans over there, I think what happened is you can see on the very edge over there, something cut one of them back. I think it might have been a cutworm, because I've heard that's kind of what they have a tendency to do. Sorry, my nose is starting to run. Here's my beef steak. And again, I just went through and pruned it yesterday. Everything that was in the crotch, I just cut it off. I like to keep the bottoms nice and clean to help prevent, you know, rotting problems and all of that. This basil from the store never recovered, but I still see green, and I'm trying to put forth leaves. So I just left it. Haven't given up. My nasturtium over here is not looking terribly happy. I'm not quite sure why my nasturtiums are struggling so much, but they are. My peas over here again are doing great. I'm trying to keep them contained where I want to. Something keeps digging over here, and I'm pretty sure it's a squirrel. And so a lot of my spinach on this side was uprooted. My arugula has tried to bolt, so I'm trying to harvest it like a wild woman. Fennel coming up in the middle. Again, more arugula over there. And here, look at the difference. Okay, here's that French buhay spinach. Beets. And look, half and half. I mean, they're you can tell the difference, but they're very similar. At least to me. Here's my lacinato or dino kale. Again, I've had little diggers. So here's my butterhead lettuce. I've got more beets. My red salad, again, you can see where I've done my cut and come again. And several times on this, it recovers great. Carrots. Little 4 o'clock flower that's I actually kind of transplanted because the kale I had there died. Butterhead lettuce, and then something died in the corner. Something ate the roots out, so I transplanted one of my butterhead lettuce over there. Ooh, something smells really good. Fireplace. Now that might be my calendula. I can't remember, but it sure looks like Sweet Williams to me. Over here, these are my collard greens, which are doing really well on this side. I started those from seed. And again, I've got some more broccoli. And looking down at my radishes, you know, they've been down here for a while and they're not very large. And some of the places had said that only leave them in there for, you know, so long. Otherwise, you're kind of tempting fate. So, I don't know, but they're just definitely so small. I'd hate to harvest them yet, you know. Here was the tomato plant I started from seed. This one, it's been raining. I don't know if I can even read what it was anymore. Oh, this is my regular red tomato. I have it written down inside too in case I forget. I don't know what these were, but they looked like something. Now they look like something is eating it or something. But anyway, looks like the way they were coming up, like I planted something, but I don't know what they are. So I thought I'd just leave them for now. This is pretty incredible to me.
These were scallions I bought from the store, and the very bottom I just shoved in the dirt. You know, the very bottom with the white and the little nubby looking roots, and look how well they're growing out. So this is my garden. Oh, on the other side I just wanted to show real quick. These are my cucumbers. And again, they're not dead, but they're not doing quite as much. This one I'm starting to see a little bit more change in. The color's getting a little better, but not ideal. My radishes on this side, you can probably tell, are trying to bolt. This is the one that keeps getting all the weird under the surface bugs of some sort. Try and find a good example. I don't know, but it's just... Come on, please focus, please. I don't know, it just has this weird look to it. So I hope it'll be okay to eat. Again, this is just kind of what I do. My biggest pest control method is to just hand pick everything off. Again, I use, slugs. I hate slugs and I really hate touching them. Ooh, come here you, I'm going to kill you. Ooh, you are trespassing. Ew, it's so gross. Yuck. Anyway, that's my front yard. Okay, the backyard very quickly. Here's my lilac. I've had to pull off a whole bunch of leaves that were folded over with some sort of webbing in the middle, and so again, my favorite method of, well, I shouldn't say favorite, but my most effective is hand picking and smooshing. I also saw where a lot of people will put them in a jar. My rain barrel, I'm sure I've wasted a lot of water, but I should collect that and switch out. Here's my celery. I need to do some weeding, obviously. I'm going to be getting some, oh look, there's still bees, even with the rain. I thought they didn't come out very much in the rain. In the daytime when it's sunny, this whole area hums, like really hums. It's actually pretty neat. As you can see, I'm going to get some, this is my everbearing. I did not get anything off of this guy last year, so, I might be lying. I can't remember if there was a little bit. Something has been eaten a little bit in here, but typically every time I look, I haven't seen anybody that would be doing it. So, and it's so high up, I couldn't think it'd be a slug, but I don't know. And again, I mean, all of these are going to be full of berries. I saw some that were really close. I used the what Mill calls Mill Bartholomew in the Square Foot Garden book calls the apartments. This is what I used really successfully last year for my carrots. I got some really nice long carrots. And I found a little potato tuber that I left in the ground on accident from last year. It wintered over, and so, you know, every time the greens grow taller, I just add more dirt for my potatoes. This was basil I just transplanted yesterday. I know it's looking kind of sad, but it was that way before. I got it from the store, and I don't like to put my basil in the fridge. I put it in water, like a cut flour. It tends to last longer, and it grows roots sometimes. So hopefully I can grow a lot more. There's my absolute teeny weeny little broccoli back here. Again, this area does terrible. You know, there's some Sylvia, which is not doing very well. Oops, and I just completely out of focus did this thing. I've got a marigold over there. My green beans are a no-show. Borage I transplanted and used the apartment just to shelter it. I think those are carrots. They were where I was transplanting a tomato, so I just pulled them out and put them in those soil cubes, and they just kind of took off, so I let them live. Again, these are my terrible, pitiful radishes. Celery. My primrose is doing better again. Celery. Broccoli, with the only marigold that actually, you know, sprouted from my seeds. There were some
pretty bird. Again from indoor. This is where my other yellow pepper was, but it got devoured. You can see a little bit of carrots over there, and bell pepper. No, wait, I'm lying to you. I think, what one was that?
Then I have an onion right here, and Sweet Williams coming up.
My blueberries I'm going to get any day now, and I'm very excited. You can start and oops, helps if my aim's better. You can start to see them coming more and more. Some of them look like they may have shriveled up a little bit. It's making me nervous, but everything will work out fine. And this one's still doing okay. Now my trees are doing great. This is the Rubinette apple. Well, I shouldn't say they are doing great. This one is doing fantastic. And it's interesting how their growth habit is different. But this one has much happier leaves. Again, I'm just hand picking because I've seen a lot of spit bugs. They're getting a little bit of this kind of brown spot looking. This isn't so bad because I've been spraying them with copper. Here, this is what I've been spraying them with. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But it's natural, organic copper to help with any fungus or whatever. And anyway, it seems to be helping a little bit. Goodness, sorry, my nose. See, this is a little bit of what we'd been seeing. This, see if I can zoom in. This dark kind of spot. Please focus. You can do it. I know you can. Maybe you can't. Okay. Anyway, so I kind of just use my fingernails and break them off because I don't want it to infect anything else. And this one's trying to grow. It's interesting how it keeps trying to grow up in different ways, and so I'm trying to pinch off the middle because I don't want it to grow up like that. I want a center stem, and then we've got to redo this because it broke. But this area has been really messy, and I keep getting, I don't think I'll find any. Ooh, I can't. It's right there. I'll try and take a picture of these weird, I don't think they're ladybugs. They're like these black and white looking ladybug, pseudo ladybug things. But at least this thing, this is my, is it Pink Lady or Honeycrisp? This is my Honeycrisp apple tree, and at least it has some growth, and that makes me happy. Again, I just refertilized these with some more blood meal because I really thought if they'd focus on their green growth, I don't want any fruit this year, they're still too young, that in the years to come they'd be a lot healthier and you know, able to sustain fruit.